Hey everybody. So yeah, yesterday or yeah, in yesterday's video, I got the styling correct for this thing, and so this, and I thought it'd be fun. I realized when I was watching like my video that I uploaded today, but that was like 5 days ago for you, that man, I could use letters to make a smiley face, and so that's what I did, and I think that's pretty cool. Um, it's just like it's amazing all the different creative things you can do um, once you have a few tools. Uh, and Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I wish if I had a little bit more time, I would love to like animate, experiment with some animations and things like that. But I'm in a bit of a hurry. Um, let's see. I want to change that height to, yeah, that looks better too. I like how the nose is all big and then the eyes are different, and it'd be kind of fun to rotate them or make the smiley go up and down or whatever. Put little eyebrows. I could have little paragraphs that put little eyebrows over the top of it. That'd be pretty fun. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. I it would be kind of cool if I could like make changes to all of them at once, like apply some change to everything, because it would be cool to change all their styles and stuff. Um, and I think there is a way in Angular in ThreeJS to like merge all these into one object, and then be able to act on them as a whole. But that is probably a couple years down the line. Let's see. So let's see the task at hand. So basically, we are going to have a list that's basically going to be a list of strings, but they're going to be a special kind of string. So it's going to be an array. So let's say these are our fonts, and it is a let's see. Let me go into my interfaces and look at my mesh interfaces, and we have our font interface, and we have a font name type. So these are going to be an array of font names. So that will ensure uh, that like the only thing that could be put in there, and I'll as soon as I import this, I'll go back. Like right now, there's only two possible font names, and when we want to add new fonts, it's Helvetiker and Helvetiker Bold. Those are the only things that can be in that array. Um, Now that's only enforced at compile time, so it will not let you add something in when it's compiling. But there are ways to get around that and add stuff that's not supposed to be in there. Um, all you can do is tell it what's supposed to be in there. But like, let's say you were feeding this from a database and there was additional data in there. There could be values in there, but you wouldn't be able to code for them in the code. I don't know if that makes sense, but so we lost our happy face. Um, so now over here in here we can do an if statement. I always struggle with trying to remember the new if format if. Um, and so basically we're going to say if fonts dot length is equal to 0, then we're just going to say loading. And then at else. In my new job, we are on Angular 9. So it is just so weird to go back and forth between this and that. But so now what I should get is a loading if fonts length is equal to 0. Now I cannot express enough how this way of like just assuming if you didn't get any fonts that you're still loading is not going to work in an enterprise environment. It is very possible that like the files just aren't there, and the loading would never go away. So you'd have to do something different. I would probably, if it was me, I would probably like, I don't know. There's just no telling. It just depends on how it's set up wherever you work. But I would probably want to have like a list of files, like in a JSON file that just has a list of all the files that you can expect, and then all the files. So if the list is updated, when the updated list gets out there, the list of files also goes out there. But I don't know. Every place is so wildly different, and it is so insanely much more complex. This is not because, and only because, so here we have our loading. It would probably be nice if this loading was to the right a little bit. So let's go ahead and give it a class equals loading. And then let's go ahead and go in here and use the inspector to figure out how far we want this thing to slide over. This is our loading class. Let's see, margin. So the way margin works is it's top, doom, and so the third one is the one that will be on the left side. So 20px looks like it's a bit much. Maybe 18. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay, so now we just go into our styles and then say dot loading left. Oh, whoops, margin. And we could say margin left, which I think is probably a little bit better than having them all. It's funny though, because if you do like margin left, and then like let's say you have margin is equal to 2px, and then you have like margin left is equal to 18px, which is fine. You're making all the margins 2, and then you're going to overwrite the left one with 18. There's this program called SonarQube that gives like the most, like it gives this like the most negative, like terrifying warning that's just like, oh, the world is going to end because a CSS got overwritten, and it's just like, oh, are you kidding me? But I spent many hours fixing SonarQube bugs, or fixing SonarQube warnings, and made a lot of money while I was doing it. So I guess I shouldn't complain about SonarQube too much, but it is probably a waste of time. Man, I just don't even know. Maybe the original place was right. It's just like all the texts are there. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I guess we could put a matte icon in there. Let's see. It's so hard to find a good list of matte icons that is reliable. Let's see if there's one called loading. I think this will. It's kind of interesting how they don't even say loading on them, but it still shows up. What if I put ing? I like that. I saw, oh, this one's pretty cool. And so what we want to do is it's going to be hourglass underscore bottom. I don't think it'll let us copy this. Yeah, it auto selects everything. So I'm just going to throw this in here for the moment. Man, I don't even know what that will do. I'm curious. Hourglass bottom. Oh, that's super helpful. Thank you. Let's go to icons. So we'll just copy this over. I don't know. I don't think we loaded um, or imported material icons into it. No, we didn't. I don't. I think this should be hidden area. Like, if because it says the word loading, so then I don't think we need the label. And then the font icon is hourglass bottom. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm just going to Control Z, Shift Control Z back to where we were. And I'm going to save that and break everything. And then I'm going to come over here, and I think it's probably called Mat Icon Module. That was a guess based on previous stuff. And then add mesh. And I'm guessing these things are going to be totally out of alignment. That's not too bad, but I think it would be better if this icon was a little bit lower. And I found that the best way, most reliable way to do this is to make this, we'll see. Display absolute. Really just depends on how. Is it display absolute? No, it's not display absolute. It's position absolute. Position absolute. Yeah, no luck. That's not going to work for us because I think who knows where it put it. So what we need to do is we need to put it inside of a div that's a relative position. So we'll come over here and say div, and then class is equal to icon. And then we need to put another div for this loading so that it stays on the same line. And then the loading class, so that's the parent, we'll make that one display flex. And so what should happen is they should end up being side by side because of it. And then our new div, which was called icon, is display relative. I mean, what am I trying to do? Yeah, display relative. No, position relative. Yeah. And then the mat icon that's underneath it so this will apply to this guy right here, mat dash icon, and this is SCSS, not CSS. So mat icon, I don't know. Oh, it just doesn't like the fact that it's empty. and we want it to be position absolute. So its position will be based on the icon class's position, which is just above it. And then I think we probably want like a top of like negative 3px, something like that. Hopefully that works for us. Form. Okay, so that was pretty good. The only problem is we need to give this icon a width, apparently. Because what it's holding something that is not outside. Uh, so let's say width is equal to 50px. That's too much. 30px, 20px, 25px. So I have a little icon. It says loading. I don't know if that's the best icon. Let's see, do we still have this in our history? Yeah. I thought that was going to be cool, but I don't like it now. How about cycle? Let's see what this is. Cycle, yeah. So let's try cycle, and then we probably want to try to make it smaller. And I always struggle with that. I think you just change the font size. Let's just put this on its own line. I swear, I think this is so fun, and it's amazing that we get paid for this. Now, obviously, very, very, very few people get paid for doing something like ThreeJS or anything that's fun like that. I mean, most modern software development is doing kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't call it boring, but not exciting. So cycle doesn't look like cycle is even supported. See, and that's what I was saying. Like sometimes they just don't work, and I don't know what the rhyme or reason to that is, but let's download. Is download right? I don't know. Let's try download. What is this one? This one has to be supported. Let's see. Add mesh, show edit form. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know why we lost. Oh, okay, because I didn't put the width. And actually, that height is fine. That other one, I don't know why it was so big. But so we need this icon to have a width of 30, I thought it was. Yeah, that's not ideal, but it's pretty simple to upload. Let's see, weight. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with what we have. I think it is fine. But so basically what's going to happen next is that the we'll listen to for the upload or for the list of fonts to be published from this. So I need to import the three service and then listen for that for the download to be published, and then when that happens, update this font name, and what that will have font name list, and what then will happen was this font's length will be greater than 0, so then this will show up. But what this needs to be is the list that's from the font list, and this is the font used. So that's that. Happy coding, everybody. Let's see, how long was this? Oh my gosh, 21 minutes. Bye.